Hello again, and welcome to episode 3 of 5 in our short series on neurodiversity at work. In this episode, we'll cover the 7 most common neurodivergent types or neurotypes and how a shared baseline of understanding can help teams communicate and collaborate more effectively. In episode 2, we introduce you to the building blocks and why understanding neurodiversity matters. This is the next step in making it practical. In our next episode, we'll focus on how inclusion is essential in the workplace for neurodivergent team members. Thank you for joining me. This video continues our short practical look at neurodiversity. And the goal of this series is to make it clear why we need to talk more about neurodiversity and why understanding it matters, especially in the workplace. My name is Adrian Thomas from the Resilience and Wellbeing Company, and we want to help each individual thrive in the workplace and beyond by supporting resilience and well-being. Before we look further into the content, please just use this time to do what you need to feel comfortable, safe, and ready to learn. So let's remind ourselves what we mean by neurodiversity and neurodivergent. Neurodiversity means everybody, the rich natural diversity in human minds. We're all different, and that doesn't mean that we're broken. Neurodivergent describes people who think differently and brains that develop differently to the majority, and it's often used to categorize neurodevelopmental conditions. In our Thrive Neurodiversity in the Workplace training courses, we explore the strengths of the 7 most common neurodivergent neurotypes. We cover autism, ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, and dysgraphia, and Tourette syndrome. We take a strength-based approach. Remember this from episode 2, focusing on strengths, needs, and practical supports. And in this episode, we'll dive deeper into just one neurotype, dyscalculia, so that you can get a feeling for the learning we deliver. Remember, each person's experience is different, and what we're doing here is general awareness training, not an individual assessment. People's experiences and support needs are unique. Let's make this a bit more real. 10 to 20% of the population are neurodivergent. And this means in a family of 5, one person may be neurodivergent. In your gym class, 2 or 3 of the people around you may be neurodivergent. And if your organization has just 100 employees, it means that 15 to 20 of your colleagues may be neurodivergent. So why is it that so little is done to embrace neurodiversity? Okay, let's look at dyscalculia and what it could mean day to day at work. Remember in episode 1, we said that we try to use difference in everyday language because many people don't like the term disorder. So dyscalculia is a specific learning difference with significant difficulties in understanding numbers, leading to multiple challenges with mathematics. Now, this could present as not being able to tell the £14.99 is more than £7.99, or when checking prices and figures on my restaurant bill, not being able to instinctively understand how those numbers have been added together. Let's say I've got a restaurant bill for £250 for a single meal, and that means that I might be overcharged. For the person with dyscalculia, it could be that they struggle to make that instant connection. In the workplaces, this can show up in everyday tasks like managing expenses, processing invoices, giving time estimates to work, and budgeting. Interestingly, around 6% of the population have dyscalculia, and a person with dyscalculia may have similar processing struggles and short-term memory challenges to that of a dyslexic individual. However, not all dyslexic individuals will also experience dyscalculia, and not all individuals who experience dyscalculia will be dyslexic. But again, what's really important here is we look at that strength-based approach. This neurotype, just like others, bring amazing strengths to their environments. And while there may be challenges, we focus on those strengths and what a neurodivergent person brings to the workplace. And this can include very intuitive and strategic thinking, often being very creative in how to tackle tasks. And think of just how beneficial that is to any organization. We also want to do a little bit of myth busting while we're here in this episode, because accurate understanding is a starting point for inclusion and practical support in work. So, our first myth: autism is caused by vaccines. This has been disproved many times. Research links autism to development within utero, so while the baby is in the womb, not vaccine. Our second myth: ADHD is not real and it's caused by too many food colorings, too much screen time. And this is not true at all. We know that some lifestyle changes can help the symptoms, but they don't cause or cure ADHD. Dyslexic people are too lazy to learn to spell. Absolutely not true. Many dyslexic people work consistently harder because they've often had to work twice as hard to reach the same basic results as a neurotypical thinker. Neurodivergent individuals want special privileges and lower expectations for work outcomes. And again, we want to challenge this myth. It's not true. Adaptations are about giving people equal chances of success. We're all on the autistic spectrum. We cover this in our training courses. Many people may have some of the traits that appear to be recognized with autism, but that doesn't mean that a person is autistic. When we clear up myths, we help people to feel safer, to ask for what they need, and to help managers make fair, evidence-based adjustments. So again, thank you for your time and attention to watching these episodes through our series. Here is a final message from us at the Resilience and Wellbeing Company. Small actions repeated shape culture. And inclusion isn't a badge, it's a practice. If you'd like support turning these ideas into everyday habits in your organization, remember to explore our neurodiversity training. I'll see you in episode 4, Inclusion and Why It Matters.